Hello, welcome back to the Retro Shed.
And today we're going to talk to you about lots of stuff, but mainly be another retrospective video, and we'll be looking at the 3DO console from 1993.
Yeah, the amazing 3DO from 1993. So, glad to be back in the shed with you guys. We've been away for 2 weeks now. I'm Barry, and this is somebody
Joshua,
who loves Amstrad by the looks of things, actually. You've got your really cool Amstrad t-shirt on, and what on earth have you got on your feet?
Snuggly socks. Don't diss snuggly socks on a Sunday.
It's really warm in here. It's like an oven in here.
It's
You've got snuggly
Sunday.
socks on.
Anyway,
let's get straight into the thick of things today, because we've got lots of things to cover. And first thing is, I want to have a rant. Now, if I had an award to give out for the biggest lack of common sense, it's going to go to
me.
You guys. No, not you. It's going to go to eBay International Shipping. Yes, you sirs are stupid.
I thought you were going to swear then. I was going to say.
No, I don't swear. I ordered this all the way from the United States. It's a beautiful Suncom Tac 2 that you cannot buy in this country, right? No. It's one of the best joysticks ever. It's superb, and it wasn't cheap. And do you know how it arrived? All the way from the United States to the United Kingdom.
In a box?
In that.
A bag?
In a bag. In a bag, right? You've wrecked it. Well done, eBay. You're stupid. So it's completely destroyed. Yeah, worthless. Anyway, moving on.
You just scratched the floor.
I haven't scratched the floor. It's solid oak.
Anyway, so
rant over. I'm in a better mood now.
Moving on. Huge thanks to the guys at Press Start to join, actually, and especially Mr. Dean Hedger, who sent us some cool t-shirts. Dad's wearing his.
Yes.
I wanted to wear my Amstrad t-shirt, and
he'll be wearing his t-shirt next time, Mr. Hedger.
Yeah, he sent us a cool Dreamcast game to review.
He did, yes.
It is Ready to Rumble on the Dreamcast.
On the Dreamcast. Now, we haven't got a Dreamcast today at the moment,
yet,
but we should be getting it next week from our friends at Vintage Gamer. They've put a Dreamcast aside for us, so we should be taking a look at that game very soon. Thank you, Mr. Hedger, for sending us some lovely t-shirts. If you guys ever need any kind of video gaming event organisation, check out these guys. That's exactly what they do. Yeah. They're a video gaming
it says on the flyer, video gaming event specialists.
Yes.
So there you go. We've over 60 video games consoles and 1,500 games. Play classics from yesteryear and today's top games.
Yeah, so if you've got an event or you've got some kind of corporate event going on and you're interested in gaming, check those guys out. Right, plus other important news from Kapow Events, our friends on Facebook there. They have organised a 24-hour gaming event. Right,
which I can't
24.
do.
You'll be there. You probably won't be there for all of it. Happening on the 21st and the 22nd of October this year, so in a couple of months' time, at the station in Cannock. Now, I've never been to the station in Cannock. That's in the West Midlands, near London.
Oh, that's near London.
It's not near London, actually. Let's get our facts right for this one. Joking aside, it's in Cannock in the West Midlands. 21st, 22nd of October. 24 hours of gaming in aid of Macmillan cancer research. Now, we don't need an excuse to game for 24 hours, because that's just good enough. But raising money for cancer, that's fabulous. That means I'm not going to get into trouble with Mandy if I say to her, I'm going to go and play computer games for 24 hours.
Wow. I have to say, I can't game for 24 hours.
No, but you do have to be there. You've been invited.
Yeah, tell them about what we're going to do
invited. There. We are taking part not just in the gaming and raising money. We want you guys to help us raise that money. We're gonna probably do a sharing page or something. I'll look into that. But everyone out there, you're more than welcome to join us, and we'll be taking part in a live radio retrocast. We're one of the guests at the event, amongst some others as well. I will do a link at the end of the show so everyone can have a look at that. You nervous? You won't be nervous, you'll be fine. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the news. Josh, what are we looking at today?
We're going to go back to 1993 and take a look at probably the most expensive failure of the 5th generation of gaming platforms.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Go on then.
I thought that was the dog outside kicking buckets around, but it isn't.
No, it was the 3DO created by Mr. EA himself.
Yeah, the 3DO, that's right. Do you know what? The 3DO, it reminds me of... Before you were born, the VHS Betamax wars of the early 80s. It was kind of the better platform lost out. So Sony's Betamax was kicked to the curbside. Yeah, everyone went for VHS. But the whole thing about 3DO is most people think it's just a console. It's not just a console. It's actually a gaming platform and a company. And it was created by Mr. Trip Hawkins. It was a licensed platform, a bit like the MSX system, really. Yeah. Companies could buy into this platform, create their own 3DO hardware. But the version that most people think of when we talk about the 3DO is the Panasonic FZ1.
If you're not playing on a 3DO system, what are you playing with? Presenting 3DO, the most advanced home gaming system in the universe. It's time to put away your toys.
Get a free John Madden Football and Crash and Burn when you buy a 3DO system.
And there were some versions created. Yeah, they do actually, yeah. When you say 3DO to the people watching this, they just think
There's
Panasonic.
lots of 3DO types. I thought there's only one type.
There's 3 types.
Oh.
There's the Sanyo, there's the Gold Star, and I think there was one made by LG as well.
Gold Star's now LG though, isn't it?
Yeah, Gold Star is LG now, Lucky Gold Star. So anyway, Trip Hawkins, you've heard of this guy before, haven't you? Tell us about Trip Hawkins.
Yes, I have. Trip Hawkins was the founder and brainchild behind quite a few companies, actually.
Yeah.
But he's probably most famous for the creation of EA, or Electronic Arts in 1982. Did you just throw up on the floor?
I love Electronic Arts.
Shall I go get Mom's boots?
EA, yeah. But what do you know about Trip Hawkins himself? He's quite a character, actually.
Wow, did you know that Trip Hawkins joined Apple in 1978?
You're kidding. Trip Hawkins worked for Apple. I didn't know that.
Yes. He founded EA in 1982.
Wow, I didn't know that either. I thought it was 1986 or 7.
He formed the 3DO company in 1991.
I knew that.
Did you?
I
With
did.
Panasonic, he released the first 3DO console in 1993.
He did, yeah.
3DO started making games for other platforms such as PlayStation in 1996.
That's when it all started going wrong.
And the 3DO company announced it was bankrupt in 2003.
Well, I think you've just about covered it. There you go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to join us next time. Well, you've covered everything.
There's loads more to talk about.
There isn't, that's it.
When we think of the 3DO, there's loads more to talk about. It's a very important console that was very overpriced, but we need to give it more respect than that. Come on, Baz, you're the retro gamer.
Alright, respect to the 3D. I was going to do some gardening because I'm being nagged at we're not doing enough gardening. Alright, you can carry on then. You carry on.
So, well, back in the early 90s, British gamers... What are you laughing at? Back in the early 90s, British gamers were still very much into their Amigas and STs.
Absolutely.
But the Mega Drive and the SNES were coming to the end of their lives and looking quite old.
Yeah.
There were some wonderful games for those systems, but multimedia PCs were starting to take over.
Yeah.
And these had the first CD-ROM drives fitted to them.
They did, yeah.
The technology was new and was starting to make the older systems look obsolete.
Obsolete, yeah. The thing is, mid-90s it was multimedia heaven, wasn't it? And these PCs back in the 90s were really, really expensive. I mean, once you'd spec'd up a PC, put a CD-ROM drive in it, graphics card, sound card, speakers, blah, 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 you're probably looking at about $1,000's worth of PC.
RAM that's even expensive for today.
Exactly. RAM was really expensive back in the day as well. Surround sound was taking off at the time as well, with Dolby surround sound. CGI was being used all over the place in music, such as Jurassic Park, The Abyss, stuff like that. And there was a lot of new technology starting to come out, hitting the arcades, such as Ridge Racer, Virtual Fighter, and Daytona. What are you laughing at?
You mentioned Jurassic Park.
What about Jurassic Park?
Whenever we talk about Jurassic Park, he rants on about it.
What is like? Should we go off one or should we stick to the script? Jurassic Park, right? Jurassic Park. The first Jurassic Park I think was brilliant. It's a park. There are dinosaurs in it. Rah, it goes wrong. End credits. Jurassic Park 2. There's a park.
That was rubbish.
Dinosaurs break loose.
Everything goes wrong.
Rah, it all goes wrong.
Eaten. Nom nom.
Jurassic Park 3. There's a park.
There's dinosaurs in
it all goes wrong.
Hang on. There isn't a park in 3. It's just an island. But
There's
anyway,
an island
they
and it all
get
goes
eaten
wrong.
and nom nom nom.
It's just getting a bit dull. If there's Jurassic Park 6, 7 and 8,
Do you know,
it's just going to be
Jurassic
dinosaurs
World,
going rah.
Do you know Jurassic World? There's actually a new film coming out after that. I think it's in December time because Chris Pratt released it on Instagram on his post. So go check him out. He's releasing little clips on what the new film's going to look like.
Anyway, we digress.
There were some first CD-based offerings for some gaming, such as the Philips CDI and the Amiga CD32.
Yeah.
Plus some CD drivers offered for the Mega Drive and other consoles.
The CD drive, we'll cover that in another show, but the CD drive for the Jaguar, the Mega Drive, they were always a complete flop. They just didn't get anywhere, and it was around about this time that Commodore, I'll never forgive you for this, Commodore, you made a total hash of the Amiga brand. You released the AGA chipset. It was a major step up from the original Amiga chipset. Probably be about 6 years a bit too late.
6 years?
The Amiga just disappeared without trace because the PCs were more powerful.
Which is another story.
That's another story.
Now, we like a lot of other systems for the day. If you believe the stories, the original 3DO hardware was designed on the back of a napkin
not that old
in
chestnut.
a restaurant
Hang on, you got a pen.
in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So it was designed to be more powerful than the high-end PC, but to be cheaper than a PC.
Cheaper than a PC, that's right. You know what? I think that if you listen to the rumours from Silicon Valley, every system in the world was designed on the back of a napkin in a restaurant in San Francisco. I mean, let's face it, guys. Let's learn something from history here. If you design your system on the back of a napkin, it will be a total flop. So don't do that. Just eat your dinner and design your systems back at the company.
You want to get rich? Go to a restaurant with a pen, just in case.
Yeah.
So, hardware-wise, the 3DO was designed with a texture mapping engine,
a
2-speed CD-ROM
Dual-speed
drive, plus a modem. Yep. I can't say these hard words. The CPU was going to be an ARM60 RISC processor.
Yeah.
3 megabytes of RAM.
Yeah.
With a true multi-masking operating system.
Multitasking OS.
The hardware was actually designed by some chaps that helped design the Amiga and the Atari Lynx.
Some chaps. These guys, Mr. Dave Needle and Mr. R.J. Michael designed...
Never heard of them.
They designed the Amiga. They put the Amiga guts together with Jay Miner. They also helped design the Atari Lynx. So these guys knew what they're doing. And of course, the RISC CPU designed by ARM, and we all know that ARM was the company that Acorn in Cambridge went on to become. So the little company that made the BBC Micro, the Electron, went on to become ARM. And you know, there's an ARM processor in almost every smartphone in the world. So these guys are going to be slightly rich
even
today.
In your iPhone 7?
Absolutely, in the iPhone 7. In every smartphone, there is almost an ARM chip. So these guys made a lot of money after they finished with the Acorn Electron. That's right. The game designers actually wrote the games to be compatible with the 3DO operating system, not the hardware, which is pretty much how PC games are written today. They're written for the operating system, not the hardware. Yeah. And this ensured, of course, backwards compatibility across the range of every single 3DO console that went to market, although not many did go to market, did they really?
Yeah. There was no competition and there was nothing like it at the market when it was released. No. It should have been the best-selling home console of all time.
It was, yeah, it should have been.
But, you know, with everything, that's not what happened.
That's not what happened to the 3DO, is it? Right, the 3DO was first revealed at the 1992 CES show in Las Vegas, and the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, Los Angeles Times, and other newspapers gave the system really, really high praise, and a lot of coverage, actually,
Good
as well.
reviews and things.
It was, yeah, it was one of the hottest products of the show that year, and CNN and CNBC actually gave it some airtime segments.
But what about Sony?
Did you just say Sony?
No, I said pineapple. What do you think I said?
Funny you should mention Sony at this point in the story. Did you know that 3DO had a relationship with Sony before the PlayStation 1 was released?
Yes, actually, because I read your magazine on the 3DO. Yes, actually. Trick went to some of the biggest manufacturers of electronic hardware in Japan to sell the 3DO license, including Sony
Matsushita.
and Matsushita.
I'll say it. Matsushita.
And there's an awful lot of interest from Sony.
Yeah. Right, and at that point, over 18 months of development work had been put into the 3DO.
Over a year.
And so they were far ahead of Sony in the console technology stakes at this point. But suddenly, due to probably the licensing costs of the 3DO model, guess what Sony decided to do? They decided to abandon the 3DO project and bring their own system to market.
Just Sony.
Yeah, and they were so close to signing the agreement with Trip as well, and they thought, no, we're going to go alone.
Make our own one.
And guess what? The rest is history.
So there's a good chance that without Trip Hawkins and the 3DO, I probably might not have a PS4. Sony may never have gone ahead and designed the PlayStation. There's a very good
point there, Josh, and we can only speculate about it, to be honest, but there is a very, very good point. That the fact that without the 3DO, chances are we'd never have had a PlayStation. I certainly smell a rat here. 3DO was supposed to be the future of interactive entertainment. It was launched in the US in 1993 at a price of $699. Not cheap at all. 6 months later, it was launched in Japan. 6 months later, it was launched in the UK.
And 6 months later...
The price was stupidly high for a game console, actually. It really was. In 1994, 1995, a high-end 486 PC was round about £900. Panasonic also failed to manufacture enough 3DOs for launch day. There was a complete lack of units. Some shops were only getting one or two. A bit like the Virtual Boy, really.
Dad,
yeah,
you're right, it's hot in here. I don't like my snuggly socks. So, remind you of someone, Dad.
Yeah, a bit like Nintendo, really.
There you go. There's about 30 launch titles.
What are you doing?
Oh, this is too hot in here. For the UK, and when the 3DO went on sale as Road Rash, Total Eclipse and FIFA Soccer, they were great titles.
They were brilliant titles. Yeah.
Road Rash and the 3DO is probably one of the best versions of the game.
I think
to
Road
be
Rash
found
and the 3DO
anywhere.
is the best version of the game, actually. Did you say FIFA?
Oh, God.
Now, there's a game that's disappeared without trace. It's not like EA bring out a new version of FIFA, the tiled old format, year after year after year, is it?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say FIFA. Anyway...
there should be a version of FIFA every year, actually, I think. Just saying. Just saying.
Anyway, but the biggest problem here... But the biggest problem here is that the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation were launched at less than half of the price of the 3DO. Yeah. So it's pretty doomed at that point.
It was pretty doomed at that point.
And Trip knew it.
Yeah.
But the Japanese region did well during 1994 with over 70,000 machines sold.
70,000? That's more than I thought, actually. But however, by 1995, sales had seriously slumped and there was a lot more interest in the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation, for good reason as well. By the end of 1995, most of the system's hardware and software supporters had abandoned the poor old 3DO and they were developing software for the other consoles. The tagline at this point for the world's most amazing advanced console was pretty much lost, and the power of the PlayStation 1 was very easy to see if you sat and looked at Need for Speed against Ridge Racer. You know,
you chose PlayStation.
PlayStation's version of Ridge Racer blew Need for Speed out of the water.
Yeah. Even 3DO themselves said they were no longer making games for their own system. And started to support other consoles like the PlayStation. What kind of message does that say to you? Like, to the industry and the gaming public? You may as well chop your own leg at the start of the 100-metre sprint.
Exactly. I mean, for 3DO to say we're not actually supporting our own console anymore, we're going to make games for that fella over there because their console looks better. I mean, by 1996, the plug had been pulled and it was all over for the world's most powerful console. It is a sad story, really, but you know what? I love the 3DO. There's some absolutely brilliant games for it. Starblade being pretty much arcade perfect, and I love Starblade. What a brilliant game.
Basic accessories for the console included a basic controller that could be daisy-chained,
That's
actually.
Right, yeah.
So that's why there's only one controller put on the 3DO. A controller port, actually, should I say, on the 3DO. A light gun, a mouse.
Yeah, a mouse.
Wait, a mouse? What do you need a
There's
mouse
a mouse,
for?
yeah. Well, there's a keyboard with it as well, wasn't there?
A steering wheel, and the Japanese favourite, a karaoke add-on.
What is it with Japanese and karaoke?
Anyway,
luckily, we've got the karaoke add-on here, so Josh will be giving us his rendition of his favourite tune, Pineapple Pen.
Oh, wow!
I was joking.
Oh. You just... Wow.
Don't want to show pineapple. Well, that's pretty much it with the story of the wonderful 3DO. Sony came out with their PlayStation, Sega with a Saturn, Nintendo with their upcoming 64 pretty much stole the limelight.
You got a 64, didn't you?
Well, yeah. Yeah, and the 3DO was destined to become another wonderful console that sank without trace, a bit like the Dreamcast and the Atari Jaguar.
That's what all consoles do, they sink without trace.
Well, we love these old machines, don't we? And my point, going back to VHS and Betamax from the beginning, the best format doesn't always necessarily win the war. Shall we take a look at the 3DO?
Yes.
It's an amazing machine. Let's take a look at it.
Yes.
So here's a 3DO version of Doom.
Yes.
Let's take a look. What's the year? 95 this came out. 95, so a few years after I thought. So, level 1, difficulty, I'm a wimp. Yeah, go for it, Josh. No disrespect. But
Okay.
because you've never played this before.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Wow, that's a big border. That is a big border indeed. So, find your pipe. Where's your fire?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Go up there, get the armour. That's it, turn around. So Josh has never played Doom before in his life. This is the first time for Josh playing Doom. Welcome to Doom, Josh.
Wow.
This was amazing back in its day. Now, disappointingly, there's a massive border around this version. I don't know whether we've not configured the settings right, or that thick border is actually...
Can you jump?
No, don't think you can.
So where'd you go?
Wander around,
Here.
have a look. I think over into this corner over there. Yeah, go over there, have a look at them.
Oh, the controls are very
The
difficult.
controls are very funky, aren't they? They're very finicky.
What do you have to shoot?
Go into there, press one of the buttons. No, not that one. There you go. Oh, there's someone to shoot, so shoot him. Well done. You got him. So yeah, there's a big border on this. It's okay. I would expect a bit more from the 3DO, to be honest with you. I would have thought it would have gone a bit more stretchy.
I expected
Well, this game came out 2 years after the launch of the 3DO. So, now the music is CD quality because it's actually streaming it off the CD. If you look, can you see that light flashing that says access on the front of the console?
Yeah.
So the music is continuously being streamed from the disc.
Right.
Shoot him up there, shoot him
How?
up there.
How?
Just shoot. Don't go into the slime, you'll get killed.
Shoot.
Go on, you get him. Takes about 3 or 4 hits.
This is useless. Ouch. What?
Don't go into the green slime. He's in the green slime.
How'd you get out?
Just walk out.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
I've
have a
got
go.
him! Ha!
There you go, you got him.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
go up there.
Oh.
Straight on up.
Controls
My
are
friend's
so
watching this now say, God, these guys suck at Doom. Yes, we do. We suck at Doom.
I don't. I'm pretty good at it, actually.
Alright then.
What's that guy like? He looks like John Cena, he does.
No, he doesn't look like John Cena. He looks like a lizard. Go in there, mash one of the buttons. I can't remember which one it is. There you go.
Oh, wait.
Go in.
You said smash it, not...
Mash it, I said.
Oh, like one opens it.
That's it. Open that switch to your left. So it looks really pixelated today, doesn't it? Really blocky, really pixelated.
I flicked a switch.
Right, so
What'd
this
you do?
is now I think this is Need for Speed. This game was the showcase game for this console back in the day. I remember my friend showing me this, and it was after I'd bought a PlayStation.
Yeah.
So I was used to playing Ridge Racer, and he said, "Oh, you need to have a look at this." And he put this on. I was like, "Yeah, it's not a patch on Ridge Racer." And he's like, "Yes, it is." And I went, "No, it isn't." And we literally fell out over it. But when he saw Ridge Racer, he did kind of like say, "Oh."
Can you show me Ridge Racer one time? 'Cause
I
this
can.
looks-
Ridge
this looks
Racer's
really
awesome.
Good, actually. This
I mean,
looks-
back in 1993-94, this was awesome. I mean, look.
This looks really good.
Okay, so that's just footage streaming off a disc, but this is Need for Speed on the 3DO. Go for it. 1994. That's game back. That was before you was born.
Was it?
Yeah.
Look at that guy's face.
Look at that guy's face.
Look at that guy's face. Look at that car.
That's a Diablo.
Lamborghini
I'll be
Diablo.
like, can't get my words out today. It's a Lamborghini Diablo. Pretty cool in its day.
What?
Right,
is
here we
going
go.
on? Right.
Find out which the accelerator
Yum, yum.
is.
Found it.
You found it?
Yeah.
gears. Gears are good, Josh.
Oh, that's the
He's found the view button. With the shoulder buttons, I think. Gears. There you go.
Hey!
He's found first gear, ladies and gents. And he's off. Second gear.
The speed!
Third gear.
The speed! Oh, I'm
That's
in neutral. I'm in reverse. What's going on? I'm in neutral.
Once he gets hang of the controls, we might get a good look at Need for Speed
Hang on,
on the 3DO.
Oh, I'm in neutral. I'm in reverse. Right, okay,
Come on,
so gear
go.
1. Are we racing?
There you go.
Gear 2.
Are you racing?
Gear... Wasn't that letting me change gear? It's not letting me change gear. Yeah,
3.
gear 3. This is tense.
This is great, look at it.
So that's only got 3 gears. I swear the Lamborghini Diablo had more than 3 gears.
I think the Lamborghini Diablo goes significantly faster than you, so I think it's your driving.
It's not my driving, I'm sick of driving. You see me on Crazy Taxi?
That's hardly driving, Crazy Taxi. That's just rampaging around like a... There you go, 4th gear.
Yay!
So...
Do you know what, I'm such a pro.
The visuals back in the day
I'm not very good.
were brilliant. You'll have to excuse Josh, he doesn't appreciate stuff like
Yeah,
this.
but check out the Need for Speed that released in 2015, that was awesome.
How can you compare... How can you possibly compare 1994 to 2015?
They're both called Need for Speed though. Pink car.
I'm lost for words.
He's lost for words.
I'm lost for words.
He's lost for
They're both called
words.
Need for Speed.
This is a bit boring, isn't it? You should drive. Is that what you do?
You're supposed to be racing.
Am I?
Yeah, but you're not going fast enough to catch anyone.
Is that the guy I'm racing with?
There you go. Look, you're going faster now. There you go.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
The handling looks like a mattress, actually.
On wheels.
Change your views. Have a look at the other views. That's the brake. Ah, there you go. That's it.
I love how he's got no hands on the steering wheel. The steering wheel's just turning by itself. He's got no hands on it.
You.
Ah!
Oh, did you just go through a speed trap?
No. Crashed against. Quickly! Someone's chasing me. Right, reverse.
Quick, here come the
reverse.
Rozzers.
Quick, reverse. Right.
They're a bit slow, aren't they?
What?
The coppers.
They would have caught me by
Mind
now.
you, the way you're driving, it wouldn't be too... Oh, there you go. They've just rammed you.
Yeah.
Go for it. So let's have a look at this.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, the classic pacing.
So here you go. Look, 2D sprites. This box should be very powerful at doing this, because let's face it, the SNES could do it, the Mega Drive could do it. So this should be awesome. Press start then, let's have a look.
So you're playing as Roy, you are?
I have no idea.
You're playing as Feloing. Who's Feloing?
I don't know.
All their faces look the same.
Right, here we go. Felong.
Felong. Right. Go.
So which one am I? The one on the left or the right?
You're on the right, I think. What's that? What's all that flip? First attack, 3,000 points. 3 hit combo, 2,600 points.
Do you know what? This looks very nice indeed, actually. But like I said, the 3DO should be more than capable. I'm gonna hit him if I can get near him.
Oh yes, that hit. What? Oh my god.
I win. So
Right,
do you know
I
what?
play now. My
That
go.
is a really, really nice looking game
My go.
because we're not really pushing the 3DO's.
Look at those creatures in the background. Oh, he's from Thailand. Is it?
So he is. It's funny the way he looks just like most Thai people do as well.
Definitely.
Not really.
He looks like someone from
And he's got a traditional Thai name as well. Mabison. Not really.
Sounds kind of an African name, like bison, you know what I mean? Like bison, you know what I mean? See?
Right, go for it.
What's that? What's that? Yeah. First attack, 3,000. You see that? Oh, I'm so good at Street Fighter.
This looks really nice, but you don't buy a £600 console to play Street Fighter. Let's be totally honest about this, because people were doing it on the SNES a lot long before this. But this is a very nice version of Street Fighter.
I absolutely wrecked it.
Yeah. I don't think you'd have been disappointed with this.
Starblade.
It's an on-rails space shooter. Let's look at... Well, that's the original version. That's the enhanced version for the 3DO. Let's have a look at the enhanced version, I think. Okay, let's have a look.
Oh my god.
Now this is pre-rendered. A lot of this stuff is pre-rendered.
We're under attack.
But you got to admit,
Team Starfleet.
this looks really nice.
It does actually.
This is a very showcase game on the 3D. I mean, just look at that. You're literally playing.
Because that's fair.
Geosword, come in, Geosword.
So this is an example of a pre-rendered game, and the only thing that's rendered in real time are the ships. So all the backgrounds have been pre-drawn.
Yeah.
So what the hardware is actually doing here is streaming the pre-rendered backdrop, and the only bit that you're playing is the bit with the spaceships moving around. Does that make sense? Did I not explain that very well?
Whenever me and Dad play those games where it has like a plane flying across islands and massive ships coming up towards them, and at the end you've got a massive boss which is like 5,000 tanks all in one with a massive plane on top, and then every time me and Dad just say, because that's fair, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where you would get that from.
This is very impressive, actually. It does look the business, doesn't it? So those ships there are drawn in real time. Those asteroids in the background are pre-rendered.
Team leader. Attack the Starfleet.
And the console is
Right,
literally reading...
I get
Do you get
it.
it? So the
Yeah.
console is just streaming that off the disc.
Right, I don't get it.
I'm not explaining it
It's
again.
confusing.
Alert system engaged.
I love how you only shot down.
I know.
One of those.
I'm not very good at this.
You're not.
You got to admit that it does look very good, doesn't it?
Yeah. It reminds me of the Rogue One VR mission on Star Wars Battlefront a bit.
Yeah.
Because you're flying through an
This
asteroid
is
field and
very
that.
impressive. Very impressive for the day.
Making a rapid descent.
But it was very good in the arcades as well.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive arcade machine this
Yeah.
was.
Team leader. The bridge is the battleship's weak point.
Look at that. See, that's pre-rendered.
Yeah.
Bridge lasers are powerful and deadly if we are hit.
So it's not really drawn on the 3DO. It's being just read from the disc.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm extremely confused, not gonna lie.
Don't worry about it.
I'm very confused.
So this looks really good.
Geosword, come in, Geosword. This is team leader. This is team leader. Attack.
Is this what you do if you're just out? Oh, that looks like a TIE fighter, that did. Did you see that? They
Yeah.
look like TIE fighters. Oh yeah, because you just shot down a warship, didn't you? Well,
So
that's nice.
this is Starblade on the 3DO, and I think that is very impressive. I like that. Very good. Right. Road Rash next. Oh, very 90s.
Bikes. Bikes.
He's going to have someone's eye out in a minute, probably his own.
Bikes. And more bikes.
So the 3DO did a lot of this streaming video stuff off the disc.
How's the road pink?
It's an optical filter effect.
Okay.
They don't really have pink roads in
Oh look,
America.
more bikes.
I don't think they have pink roads in America.
More bikes. And more bikes.
Right, press start, let's go. Josh has got to figure out what the control is. So,
Go on,
I think the shoulder buttons are attack.
Attack. I'm pressing the
No.
shoulder buttons.
No, it's not those then. One of the buttons attacks. So the idea is, you get a fellow motorcyclist alongside you, and you can attack them.
Ah! Oh, I pressed the shoulder button just as I went past him.
It's the C button.
Oh, how am I supposed to reach that? Nearly crashed.
Oh dear.
Oh.
That's going to leave a mark.
Just
Right,
he
run-
ran over me.
run back.
Oh.
Run back to your bike, go pick it up.
Wait, do you actually have to? Where's my bike?
It's behind you somewhere on the side of the road.
Oh, cool. You actually have to pick up your bike. That's cool.
Where is your bike gone? There it is. Go. Don't forget, attack people.
I think I'm last.
You probably are, yes. Josh is last.
Wow, what's new?
Don't slow down for them, just keep going. In fact, knock him up. Whoa!
I can hear the rozzers.
Hit him.
Can't be bothered. I can't reach the C button. It's really difficult. Look.
Use that finger.
Oh, I'm trying
That's
to
it.
push him off.
So this is a lot more impressive
actually.
than the Sega Mega Drive version of Road Rash that I remember.
I like this actually.
It's good, isn't it?
This is my favourite game so far.
Yeah, it is very good. And you can see why that this
catching up with them.
was very impressive on the 3DO.
I'm catching up with them. Gonna get it.
Go on. Get alongside him.
If I get one of them off, I'm gonna be so happy. Oh no.
Well, why do they all suddenly slow down like that?
Am I first? No, I'm ninth. Not bad. I'm pro at this game. Get off there. This reminds me of Crazy Taxi for some reason. Oh, it really aches your fingers after a while. That's why I'm not pressing attack, because it hurts too much.
We haven't got an original Panasonic controller with this one. This is a loan yet. We've been lent this, and the controller is a third-party one. It's not the original Panasonic controller, I don't think.
So playing this game is decidedly painful.
For you.
Oh no, don't start with the Bane comments. Get off there.
You got kicked off.
Wait, did you see that guy fly past? Get back. No, they're all coming past now.
Well, that could be very painful
No,
for you.
stop. We've got to watch the Dark Knight Rises.
It's a good job we got a bin in here for me to use to do that in, isn't it?
Everyone check out Bane Cat on YouTube.
Bane Cat's
so
funny.
Some guy gets a mask on his cat and calls it
Big
Bane
thumbs
Cat.
up to Bane Cat. Bane Cat is brilliant.
Yeah. off there.
Knock the Rozer
Get
off.
there.
Oh, Josh, you disappoint me.
I'm trying.
Can I have a go?
No.
Can I have a go, please?
No, you can't. Get off the... Oh.
Well done. See, you're fourth. That's not bad. Let's have a go.
Look at that guy just standing...
Was that a pile up at the end there? What happened? Right.
You guys got to skip back and see that. That was so funny.
Right, that was Road Rash on... Is there a problem? Road Rash on...
I think she's drunk.
Okay. Road Rash on the 3DO.
Anyway, let's turn that off. She just decked him. Oh my god, he just got full on roasted by a girl. What is going on?
What a sexist game.
That guy just got like roasted by a girl. See, they're all drunk.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Okay, there you have it. That was the amazing 3DO by by 3DO actually,
Yes.
created by Trip Hawkins. Have you broken my TAC2 joystick?
You threw it on the floor like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago or so? You chucked it across the floor, you broke it.
Do you know how hard it is to get one of those working?
Yeah, but you're not making it any better by chucking it across the floor, are you?
It's going to hang from that array behind you with all the old vintage joysticks hanging
I'm
off
scared
it.
of that. If you hang it there,
Yeah.
one day during a video, it'd be so heavy that it would fall on my head. Because I'm sat directly below it.
People pay good money to watch that. Anyway,
You want to do the Star Trek fighting thing again?
what did you think of the 3DO? In all honest opinion, and be fair on it.
Wow.
Be fair on it.
Wow.
And it is your mate Trip.
Wow. It's a bit tense, you know
A
what I
bit
mean?
tense, yeah. But what do you think of the
I'm
hardware?
not
and-
really allowed to say anything bad about it because it's not ours, it's on loan, so...
You can be honest. So let's be honest. Some of the most valuable consoles, right, for collectors of our particular hobby, they are terrible. I mean, the Virtual Boy is worth a lot of money, but it's a very, very flawed product.
Let me just
the
say...
3DO was expensive.
Let me just say,
What do you think of it? Be honest.
it's not worth the money. I
It wasn't worth
I
the
do
money.
not think it's worth the money.
$600
at all.
in
If
a
I
day.
was pricing that, I'd price it about $250 dollars.
Yeah,
that
you
is
see,
not worth
and that's the
$699.
price that the PlayStation and the Saturn was pitched at.
That is not worth $700.
And you can see why it failed then, can't you? You can see why it failed.
I don't like it.
I love the 3DO, and it's amazing actually. We've just been on holiday. We've been away for a week, and I spent most of the week digesting this, and it's very interesting.
Lying on the sunbeds just doing this.
Lying on a sunbed.
So do you want to go to the pool, Dad? No, I'm reading on the 3DO.
And what I found is something quite actually interesting, and I know I'm biased because of my age, but
Yeah, he's like 90-something.
but back then, things were more interesting. I think things were exciting, and if you look at some of the most flawed consoles of their time.
Has to be the PS4.
They don't deserve to be flawed.
Xbox
So if you look
One.
at what have we got? We got the Virtual Boy. That deserved to be a flop. The Virtual
Yes.
Boy was useless.
I
That was
like
terrible.
it. It's alright.
The Atari Jaguar, right?
I've never-
What a brilliant
I've never seen
machine,
it.
but it was a flop, and it was bad management by Atari.
Is that the flop page?
No, it's the whole book.
Oh.
The 3DO was good for its time. It had some great ideas. Trip Hawkins has said if he could change things, I don't think he would not do the 3DO. He doesn't regret it. The 3DO should have been more of a success than it was, but you know what?
It was too much.
We love it.
It was
The
too
Jaguar was a complete flop, but you know what? We love it.
Do it?
I do.
I've never played on a Jaguar.
You will be looking at a Jaguar soon.
Okay.
Dreamcast. We're picking up a Dreamcast next week. It should have been so much better than it was. It was a flop. It was a disaster. But you know what?
What's that?
We love it. But yeah, my point being that all these old consoles that are flawed, we still love them and they're still fetching big money now. I mean, the Jaguar is really expensive now. The Dreamcast you can get a bit cheaper.
Wasn't the Jaguar made just to play old games, but it's a new console?
No, the Jaguar was a 64-bit...
Wasn't it their last console?
The Jaguar was Atari's last console.
Yeah.
And this is interesting. The Dreamcast was Sega's last console.
Did they come out at the same time?
The 3DO was 3DO's
only console.
So, brilliant stuff. So, yeah, that's actually a really good magazine if you can get that. Video Games Hardware Handbook.
It's
really
quite rare.
interesting read. And there's some good stuff in there, actually, that goes back to the Fairchild Channel F, which is like early 70s, right up to, I think it covers literally up to, you know...
PS4 and Xbox One.
No. Retro consoles, Josh, not PS4 and Xbox One. I think it goes from Magnavox Odyssey in 1972
Jesus.
right up to the Neo Geo Pocket. Next time we'll be looking at a Dreamcast or perhaps a Jaguar or actually,
the SNES.
I think it's time
We took a look at the
we
SNES.
took our hat off to arguably the finest video game console. A lot of
Oh
people
my
think
god, I nearly dropped that then.
that's not funny. You've done that before.
It's close.
The
Close,
SNES.
You know.
The
Very
SNES,
close.
a lot of people consider to be the finest video game console of all
I
time.
like the shape of it.
It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah. And hence the reason Nintendo have just relaunched it. So we'll be looking at the SNES next time. And once again, thank you very much to Press Start to join for our T-shirt and our games. We will be looking
That's
at
their card.
that as soon as we get the Dreamcast. And Josh will be wearing his T-shirt next time.
I won't take it off. I'll go to sleep in it tonight.
I've got to send a picture of you to Alan Sugar wearing that T-shirt.
He won't give a damn.
No, he probably won't, will he, really? I don't think Alan Sugar does give a damn, to be fair. I don't even think
You
he
see
knew...
those videos? He's ever so grumpy, isn't he?
He's a bit belligerent, and I don't even think he knew how to use his own computers, to be honest. He didn't care. He's a money maker. Why should he care?
Isn't he dead?
No! Sir Alan Sugar's not dead. Sorry,
Sir.
Sir Alan. I think it's time to say goodbye, Josh.
I think so too.
Thanks for watching us. We'll see you again soon, and hopefully by then I will find another TAC 2 on eBay. It'll rise my spirits a bit. Right, see you soon,
You threw
guys.
it across the floor!
Thank you for watching.
Bye!
Bye. So, we've given the 3DO and a copy of Doom to Crockett the dog, who likes to review games for us.
Yeah.
So what did Crockett think of Doom on the 3DO?
Oh dear. I don't think he's impressed.
I think we're going to have to review this ourselves, you know.
Yeah.